I need to ask you a question. Be curious, Drifters.
Allegro's won the Brisbane Cup, but it's all Antino. Blake Shin, take a bow. Barraquil, Benny Allen hasn't moved.
Broadside him, bogged, won the Golden Rose.
Pride of Jenny, trying to find the reserves at the 100. She's 3 in front of Mr. Brightside. It's all too late. Pride of Jenny has run them into the night. Switzerland, a big winner by 2.5 Bellatrix Star.
He's down, Jolly Star. She is a star in the making. Jolly Star bolts in.
It's all Ismus. She's very smart and fast.
Mate, that might be the last time we hear this opener. In its current status. You know what I mean? We might have to update it with our new hit list.
Yeah, number 1 on that list, the Throbber, 10 Tyrus.
And I actually like that his resume wasn't, there was no, I guess, black mark against the resume yesterday. So him getting scratched at the gates, I was like, you know what, bruh? You never know what heavy tracks can do. I don't want to see you, just ruined.
Yeah.
Spell him.
Yeah, just spell him. Just spell him and just wait for him to grow into a man into the autumn. Has there been any news as to why he was scratched at the gates?
I think it was on Bet's advice. I'll get up the stewards report and have a look. But I think hearing Sam Friedman getting interviewed by possibly Eddie Maguire prior to the race.
It's confusing because there's so many different channels now
Sky,
during the spring.
there's Channel 7.
Racing.com,
and Channel 9.
This is what it's like to be an NBA fan in the States. You know, every other game is on a different streaming service.
I think all sports over there, really.
Yeah, which is stupid.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So if I have a look at 10 Tyrus, fractures in the barrier, reared and got down behind. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, he did.
Underwent a vet's examination and was deemed unsuitable to race. Stewards ordered the late scratching at 3:51 p.m. for those playing at home. Sam Friedman notified 10 Tyrus is now suspended from racing. He was notified, so he needs to jump out. He's now spelled. But yeah. He will be featuring in the opener. I think after yesterday, you have to put Cheerwolf in there. That was one of... Mate, how lucky were we in the champion sprint, a ding-dong battle?
Yeah.
And we'll get to my position in the races. And then Cheerwolf in a ding-dong battle against one of the triplets, no less.
Yeah, off the canvas against one of the triplets, Pericles. He's always going to present for you. He's particularly with Bjorn at the helm now. Like Pericles he's as honest as the day is long.
He'll go to WA, surely.
Has to.
Like Harding Gelding, he has to be the travelling companion of Overpass.
Yeah,
someone has to go.
Yeah. He'd be a classic Eastern Raider who'd be a $10 pop in Group 1s here, but a $2 pop in Group 1s there.
Light infantry man.
So the triplets, one of them also featured in the Champions Stakes and ran a nice third. So, where's the ugly duckling Golden Mile?
Well, he's
the runt of the litter Golden Mile.
He is. He is. He definitely is.
He at least had the privilege of going to stud, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Just, shots were fired by him. They were blanks. Whereas Pericles and Kitty Cat Tom, real spring champion types, were like, you know what, there's just no commercial value in either of these two keeping their nuts. Let's geld them. And they should have done that to Golden Mile in the first place.
And, I think our weight for age ranks at the mile around that middle distance ranks is now the richer for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because something has to run at that $10 to $20 mark. And
someone has to place in a Golden Eagle as a 4-year-old. Someone has to. Yeah. Who's next? Who's next cab off the block? Who won the spring champion? What's his name?
Attica. So
if he shows none, Joe Pride will just go schnip.
Yeah.
He'll go schnip mid-prep.
Yep. Sure will. So yeah, all eyes on Attica in the
Literally.
autumn.
I will lose sleep over Attica before the autumn. Will they geld him? Will they not? How long will we have him on the track for?
Yeah.
Is he going to place in a Golden Eagle but not win?
I think he has to go in the opener now as well. Attica for the autumn. But
Half yours in the Caulfield Cup. That's an easy fill-up.
yeah,
That was an easy fill-up.
absolutely.
Strictly business in the Oaks. One of the best training performances of all time.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Yeah, we didn't really cover it though. Like we
No,
covered
didn't.
it in the preview. I'd say looking ahead, I reckon treasure the moment in the Memsey.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a good collect.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll talk about her.
yeah,
But so where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the champion sprint?
yeah. May as well. The track was rated a heavy 9, 13 degrees Celsius, I'm reading on my screen. Rail out 9 metres, as I think we predicted as well. And so, was our analysis on the Thursday accurate? You wanted to be away from the fence, down the middle to outside with a bit of cover. That was the A1 place to be, right?
It was. Evidently.
Giga kick. The champ's back.
Yeah, he is.
This is a good training performance, this.
Oh, it is. It is. He had effectively 12 months off, and then probably the next 12 months after that, he just wasn't himself. He was fat. He just looked like he lost a little bit of his zest for racing, but full credit to Clayton. He's got him back. Look, is he ever going to reach the heights that we thought he was going to? Like, his loss in the TJ, his win in the Everest, his win in the Doomben 10,000, just... which was his last win prior to his first up win this prep, we were thinking this fellow is just going to have a mortgage on our weight for age sprinting for 2 or 3 years, and it just wasn't meant to be. But I think if he's anywhere near that sort of level of performance, this fella is going to be top 3 almost every time he goes around because he's so genuine, and he's just got a sustained sprint when he's at his best, and he laps up the heavy.
Yeah, well, apparently so, because Magic Time is probably our best heavy track sprinter in the country, now that I Wish I'll Win is varlaid from racing.
Yeah, he is.
Because Magic Time, this is a hell of a ride by Mark Zara, by the way, because he actually drew inside Magic Time, and somehow he's got to the outside of her. So I don't know how he's done that. Mickey D potentially caught napping a little bit. But Magic Time looked like she had him done about 3 times in the last furlong. And your boy was stoked because as soon as it kept getting heavier and heavier, I'm like, the forgotten horse in this race has to be Magic Time, has to be.
Yeah.
So I've had, not a decent bet, I've had a nice bet on her to win. And I was like, yep, I've got it. Oh, no, I've lost it. I've got it. And now I lost it.
A ding-dong battle.
And then, yeah, Giga Kick just wanted it more.
Do you know what the difference was? The jockeys, not just position in running, but if I've got a ding-dong battle, Mickey D's more of a caress your soul type. He's a
Sticky fingers type.
Yeah, he's real sticky fingers type, He'll just get him to relax in the run and come home nice and strong. Whereas Mark, we've spoken about this so many times before. Mark's like, no, you're coming with me, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm the alpha. And, we go back to Very Elegant in the Caulfield Cup. She was a prick of a horse to ride, but Mark just got her. J-Mac, he gets over the top of him. Damien Lane had one ride on Very Elegant, I'm pretty sure, and it just didn't work out because he's more of a caress your soul type. Mark just stood over the top of Giga and was like, you come with me, boy. And Mickey D just relented on Magic Time, unfortunately for you. Tentaris, I think, is a Mark Zara horse. Craig Williams is more of a caress your soul type. But yeah, it's a shame that Magic Time went down at a big price for you.
Yeah, but that's all right. And it was purely a price thing for the best wet tracker in the race. I was like, what am I missing?
Yeah.
So she started $11, $2.60 to place. Didn't have any to place, but that was probably the SP like prior to the scratchings. So probably what 20% deductions or so maybe.
Yeah.
So Jolly Star beaten 1.5 lengths. I thought she finished off okay.
Yeah, she's just not a wet tracker.
But now we know that.
Yeah, we know that for sure.
Because she's beaten Libertad by half a length. Benedetta, who I don't think is going any good.
No, she needs to go to the breeding. She should have gone to the breeding barn at the start of the spring.
And then Tropicus beaten 3.25. He wasn't disgraced.
No, he's just not up to
He's not a champion sprint horse.
And also, you don't want to be leading in a race like this.
No.
But he took them up. Look, if I'm looking at the drifters, 8% of them were with Magic Time. So a few people were thinking along your lines. Jolly Star had, let's call it 23%. And then pretty much an even split across Giga Kick and Tentaurus. They're the only ones that had any backing. Giga Kick slightly ahead of 35% than Tentaurus.
So Tentaurus scratched the gates. I'd imagine the sub was Jolly Star.
Yes, the sub was Jolly Star.
Yep. Okay.
So there would have been
1 point for
a lot of drifters.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. Giga Kick was well supported too. I think it was about 550 on Thursday.
Yep.
Started about $4. I think he got in and then drifted out and then got in again.
I think that was the track more than anything else. Like if we're talking massive theoreticals here, but if we're on a good 4 and Tentaurus isn't scratched, then you're probably looking at Giga Kicks remaining around that sort of 550 mark.
Yeah, true.
And plus the money would have come for Jolly Star too, I would suggest. But we'll never know. Well, props to Giga Kick.
Yes, well said. All right, the Champions Mile. Official margin, 0.06 lengths. And it was one of those ones where it was a bit of a head bobber before the line and then after the line for Pericles, but not unlucky brah. Chad Schofield also got absolutely hammered by the stewards here. It's been, let me read it. Stewards report. Rider Chad Schofield pleaded guilty to a charge of he's been charged twice. Careless riding under the provisions of blah 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 near the 1400 meters. And then Chad Schofield pleaded guilty to breaching the provisions in that he used his whip on 9 occasions prior to the 100 metres, which is 4 more than permitted. Chad Schofield had his licence to ride in races suspended for a total of 11 race meetings, and he was fined $35,000. So if you're taking away $1.8 million for first, what's that? He probably gets, 5 to 10%, I'd say?
So let's say he gets
about
about 120
grand.
Yeah.
Say it's like, call it 100 grand. So 35% of that's gone straight to Racing Victoria.
Yep.
Or Racing Australia. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, obviously more eyeballs at this time of year. The sanctions are more heavy.
Yeah.
But it makes me think, right? And I'm the beneficiary of Cheerwolf winning this race, by the way. Because I had a bet on him. If he's breached the whip rules, should this, because the margin was so tight, should the margin have been overturned?
That's the question. Yeah. And that gets raised all the time.
Like, they're 4.5 lengths away from third here.
Yeah. That's a good question. Yeah, if you start overturning them, then oh god, it's a slippery slope, and it just keeps on cascading. So if they start overturning things like that, they need to be consistent across every single race. I tell you what, if they started overturning them, jockeys would probably adhere to the whipping rules more closely.
Yeah, I'm just watching the stewards' vision on the front on here for about the last, I reckon, furlong and a half here. Because I believe Pericles actually comes in on Shearwolf, which he does pretty significant, actually.
Well, right.
So that's probably... And they've probably gone about four horse splits across
Yeah,
the
wow.
track. So I think that's probably why a protest wasn't actually put in, because if Cheerwolf went down, I'd say there would have been a protest the other way.
Yeah,
It probably
right.
would have got upheld.
Yeah, right.
So
Interesting. It's hard to tell when you're watching it side on.
Yeah.
But in the replay, you can see some argy-bargy.
Yeah.
On Cheerwolf, this is my theory on him. We've seen 4 peak performances from him. Last year in the Epsom and the King Charles, and then in the King Charles and the Champions Mile this year,
Yeah.
where he's looked like a superstar Group 1 weight for age horse who can win a Cox Plate.
Yeah.
All 4 of those races have had Pride of Jenny,
Epsom?
except for the Epsom, sorry. So 3 of those races have had Pride of Jenny.
But
Yeah.
a handicap mile, it's usually run at a genuine clip.
Yeah, and also in a handicap mile, like, you know, he was just the one who was
Class.
handicapped the best, and the class came to the fore. The next 3 are weight for age. It tells me this horse, he just needs a genuine gallop to show his best, at least over a mile. That might change as he stretches out over 2,000 metres, but, you know, for him to absolutely explode, he's not going to sit and sprint and keep up with the likes of Via Sistina or, I don't know, Fangirl or something like that. But he can rattle off a sustained sprint similar to like an Antino, right? So he's always going to be, for me, a tough betting proposition if it doesn't look like there's going to be speed in the race.
Well, at the $1.60s that he was early this prep, absolutely not.
Yeah.
At $5 in a race where Pride of Jenny was going to lead up this field, and you had the likes of Treasure of the Moment, Mr. Brightside, also mapped at least to bring up the rest of this field. Absolutely a betting proposition.
Yeah, absolutely. And blinkers on.
Yeah. I think the blinkers have worked.
The blinkers need to stay on this horse.
Yeah.
But when he resumes next autumn, wherever he goes, whatever he starts at, like, no doubt he'll be a short price, but I just couldn't have him.
No. Especially the blinkers have, and knowing Joe, mate, like, he only wants to win the grand finals. He doesn't give a shit about the lead up runs.
Yeah.
So it's like the blinkers will come off this horse. Like, he's proven it time again. With I reckon he's probably put him on Private Eye from now every now and then.
Yeah.
Definitely Coal Crusher. And that horse improves about 6 lengths when you put him on.
Yeah.
And now this horse as well. So, back him 3rd or 4th, 5th up. Mate, I think we'll see him in a Cox Plate next year, or going well.
I hope so. He's another one where it's like Queen Elizabeth, or you take him to an Aussie Cup, potentially trying to avoid Via Sistina, because she'll be probably retiring in a Queen Elizabeth, I'd imagine.
You know what I was thinking the other day, actually, and this horse is actually kind of amplified even more. I think we were really robbed of one of the great ones in Riff Rocket.
Yeah.
Because Apulia, who ran second to him in the Vic Derby, has come out and won back-to-back for him. And then Riff Rocket knocked off this horse in a ATC Derby, and he's now won 4 Group 1s since then.
Yeah. I agree. He would have been a Cox Plate horse, a 2,000 metre horse, which is a shame.
Yeah.
And he might not have been a superstar, but he would have been another one who's running single figures.
Are you telling me he was not winning like a Might and Power if fucking Globe is?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. Mate, I completely agree. We were robbed of what I think is the most important horse in racing, and that's a Group 1 weight for age gelding.
Yeah.
I think it's the most important horse in racing.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah. Your Heart Nels.
Mr. Brightsides, mate.
Yeah. Happy Clapper. All of these.
Cascadian.
Yeah. Might and Power.
Yep. We were robbed of Incentivise as well.
Incentivise.
We were robbed of him.
Yeah.
He would have. I reckon he could have won a Cox Plate, that horse.
So what you're saying is Pericles is the most important horse in Australia.
The triplets are. Yeah, the triplets.
They are.
They are.
Yeah.
We need more of them. Yeah. Every time Godolphin, wins a spring champion with a subpar 3-year-old, I'm like licking my lips. I'm like, fuck yeah.
So it's either going to be Attica or Observer. One of them is going to be gelded by this time next year.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be what do you call them? Quadruplets.
hopefully both, mate. To be honest, yeah. But anyway, Cheer Wolf only had 17% of the drifters on, so it wasn't super popular. Most of them were with Mr. Brightside at 34%.
Yeah, nothing in the stewards report really about Mr. B.
He was probably the most disappointing, I think, because of his prep was good, and we know he loves Flemington, we know he loves a heavy deck, but maybe there was just something in that deck that was just a bit shifty he didn't like.
Maybe. Craig said his view there might be something amiss. He felt uncomfortable in his action. Nothing found.
That can happen sometimes. Antino in Cox Plate.
Yeah, maybe. Mate, honestly, mate, what else does this horse have to prove?
Nothing.
He's probably gone like, you know what, bruh? 13 degrees on a heavy 9? Are you fucking kidding?
He's like guys, police.
Yeah, whereas Cheerwolf's still got the zest for
Yeah.
him. Whereas like this horse is just like, guys, please.
Yeah, I think we'll see him in the autumn again, absolutely, but I think that's it for him. And rightly so. Like, what is that? His 47th or 48th start or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Like, just he's been phenomenal. So he was a little bit disappointed, but complete forgive.
Yep.
Yeah, he had 34%, and then Treasure of the Moment had 24%. Yeah. What do you think about her? Do you reckon she just hated that deck?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
I've always thought that about her.
Because she presented like she was just going to burst away from him and just didn't let down.
No. I thought she, all things considered, like Pride Jenny's put decent clip into the race. $4.80 for her was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just think they would have loved another horse in front of her as well.
Yeah.
Which, you know, she obviously didn't get, but I thought she ran okay.
I thought she ran good.
Beaten 8 lengths, but heavy by this stage. Heavy 8. Heavy 9, rather. Yeah, not her go.
Not her go. Francesca said something in the yard, and it was the first time I'd ever heard it, and I was like, holy shit. She was like, I fell in love with this horse, speaking of Treasure of the Moment, this time last year in the Wakeful and then in the Oak. She said, you know, absolutely gorgeous horse, gorgeous temperament, she's a racehorse, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, but just looking at her feet, she's actually got really small feet. Whereas on a wet deck, you want a horse that has genuine flippers.
I've never heard that before.
I've never heard that before, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it's probably because the UK, they get more wet tracks.
Yeah.
Probably
something to keep out.
Yeah.
To keep an eye out
I've
for.
never heard that from any
Never
yard,
heard that.
from any yard analyst. That's
No.
very good.
And so I found that fascinating, but it's also probably something we'll never hear again because I've never heard it from a different yard analyst.
Yeah.
I'd love to know that, though.
Lizzie Jels, I'll be stealing that.
Yeah, Lizzie. Take note.
Lizzie's good too. That's no shade at Lizzie.
Lizzie's phenomenal.
Yeah. I think all of our yard analysts, except for Corey Brown. Corey has the punt in mind.
Yeah. Fair enough, bro.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I think she's done well. Did Maureen tip Lake Forest in the tipping comp or what?
No one did. So even Maureen jumped her off her own horse. So flying in Tommy Marquand just didn't get the job done. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it must have been Zach Purton's
Must
fault.
have been.
It's so funny.
I don't think he watched the racing on the weekend, mate, because he was watching replays of the Everest still. Zach.
Von Hawk's run well for, he's beaten home a Golden Eagle winner and how many Group 1s has Pride Jenny won? 4-time Group 1 winner as well. And then Steffi, we didn't even talk about Steffi. I thought Steffi would run a race. I think good track will suit her. Yeah, don't know. Like she won Doncaster. She's a bloody good horse. Steffi.
She's a good horse, Steffi.
Yeah,
I'd love to see her out over a trip just to see.
Yeah, and I think the next level for her is a weight for age win. She's won the best handicap sprint in the country in the Stradbroke, and arguably the best handicap mile in the country. So, what is on her resume? They'll probably target her towards Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
In the autumn.
Yep.
Give her a light spring. It's only a third run.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Champion Stakes. Via official margin 2.75 lengths to Zambardo, who's run out of its skin at weight for age at any old price. Defeating Kitty Cat Tom, 3.5, who nudged out Pierre as well. What's that, a 12th Group 1 now?
Yeah. The question mark was the heavy deck, but then you look at the rest of the field and it's like, oh, come on. J-Mate got her out to the perfect position. There was enough pace. But, mate, out of the race, Zambardo, from a benchmark 78,
I know.
he got to the front and was just coasting a bit, and he stuck on super. And that tells me, for a lightly raced horse, it's either going to be the making of him or it's just going to cook him.
Yeah.
I hope it's the making of him. I hope he comes back in the autumn. But knowing that stable would probably get a virus or a spider bite or something like that. Mate, their horses,
They're cursed, aren't they?
they're cursed.
They are cursed. Oh, God. How many had a bet on Via?
80%.
80%. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. How many? Was Kitty Cat Tom number 2?
He was.
Yeah.
10%.
Yeah. 10% for Tom. He started $10. Bang on his price. Very good. I thought he ran really well.
He ran super. He's one who should probably, he's been away from his brother for a while. So maybe he'd want to catch up with one of his bros, Pericles, over in WA.
That's a good shout, actually, because I don't know if the Ascot course would agree with him.
No!
It's a tight turn there.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, because I think Tom heading to a Cox Plate next year at Flemington, I love that for him. The heavy track is not his friend.
No.
Nah, he hated that. And I thought you could just see he was prepped up to run a big race there. So I think he would have run a big race in the Cox Plate.
Yeah.
Although it probably wasn't run to suit. Neither was this race. So
No.
anyway, next prep for Tommy. He ran second in the Queen Elizabeth last year, didn't he?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that put the writing on the wall for the autumn.
Yeah.
Where he won an All-Star Mile.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the rest of this card. Nadal, last. Pot bet.
What race are we talking?
Race 3 at Flemington.
That's right.
He started
Yeah.
$4. I reckon he would have been one of the best backed horses.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Between him and Big Swinger. Even split. Yeah, he's just really disappointing, Nadal.
Didn't get through the
Yeah.
heavy track.
It was too heavy.
Yeah.
So they've been waiting for a wet deck. If you want something between a soft 6 and a soft 7, it needs to be pretty specific. No, he was disappointing, and I thought he loomed up. Ethan Brown put him into the race, and he was going to go, but he just pulled him right up.
I've learned a lesson from his preparation. It's like when a stable just continuously scratches him, no thanks.
So I don't want anything to do with it.
Nah. Because
You'd cop one scratching.
Because if they've entered it 3 or 4 weekends ago for its first up run, I'm assuming it's ready to run then.
Yeah.
So realistically, he should have been about probably 3rd up here.
Yeah. Maybe
Whereas-
4th up even.
Yeah, potentially. So it's like, that's a lesson that I've learnt. I was on King of Rooster anyway. First up, I thought he ran really well. Beaten touch over 5 lengths on the inside ground, which was the inferior ground. Just too much to do first up on a heavy track like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Big Swinger was good. A lot of the drifters were keen on him, running second, not in the right part of the race, I thought. So definitely a horse to follow. Need some luck. The winner only had 3 drifters on. So
For $7.
For $7.
Wow.
So not found by a lot.
Yeah. I reckon one. Did the winner find it?
The winner may have found it.
It's all right if you don't know.
It's all right. We'll see how we go.
The matriarch, 2,000 metres, was taken out by Sunset Park, just led the entire circuit. We kind of said that She's a Hustler had 0 form on a heavy ground, and she was the Team Green boost for the day as well. I think it was like either 10 or 20 bucks on for $6 or something. She was only beaten one.
She was good, mate. She's a good horse. She's one who just, I don't know what sort of race she'll need to find, but she's a good horse. Had 43% of the betting from the drifters. And then who was the winner of that race again?
Sunset Park at $20.
Yeah, two
Two of them.
drifters.
Wow. Map horse.
Yeah, well, it's definitely the map horse.
Well done. And LL Cants. Thought that was a decent return.
I thought it was good. Next most popular after She's a Hustler with 21%. So, it's going to be a tricky meeting to take form out of because it's so heavy.
Well, mate, this is our last podcast of the year anyway.
Yeah.
So it makes our job easy. Just pen it all.
Yeah.
You know? And then we can just have civilian bets for the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
If we even need to.
Civilian bets when your life isn't under threat. Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
I mentioned Good Banter's name on Thursday. She was $46 there. Mate, she starts $16.
Shit.
Wet Tracker, obviously too wet for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, the Queen Elizabeth, 2,600 metres. Whiskey on the Hill. He is a good horse.
He is a
Whiskey
good
on
horse.
the
He is a
Hill.
good horse. I've underrated him.
Yeah, same.
15% of the drifters didn't. They had Whiskey on the Hill. But it was a pretty even spread across Birdman, Berkeley Square, Saitari, Siddharthi. So a few people specking. So well done to people who got on Whiskey on the Hill. What did he start? About $6 or $7?
Yeah, $6.50. Like, let's put it this way. I'd much rather bet on Whiskey on the Hill at that price than Etna Rosso at $7. Etna Rosso?
Etna Rosso.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Give me a spell. I was like, there's no way Etna Rosso is going to win this race. And then Whiskey just like proved me right. Golden Snap was good. Improved significantly.
Yep.
I think she was prepped up to try and get into the Melbourne Cup, so I think she was always going to run a race here. Berkeley Square just too far back. I think it was like raining throughout this race as well. It was just
it was a bad race. Not a great ride, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, but honestly, mate, like he's a shocker. Was tactically probably in the best position at this field.
Yeah.
Just off the speed. And we've seen this horse. He's obviously not going as well. We've seen him win on a heavy 10.
Yeah.
And space him by about 6 lengths up here in Brisbane.
Yeah.
He didn't even get through it.
Yeah, true.
So it's like I think it's just like one of those days. It's like if you're on, you're on. You just need everything to go right. Your rhythm.
Yep.
Jockeys need to give you a ton of confidence. And mate, Frosty's a good wet track rider.
Uh-huh.
One on Kimichi rather.
Uh-huh.
On a heavy 10 in the slipper.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
Yeah.
Uh.
So Frosty in the wet. I can get around that.
Yeah, Frosty in the wet. Just quickly, the last race, won by Grand Larceny. That was worth double points. And can you believe that 15% of drifters had it?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was $10 with the good people at Neds, so right on the edge.
For that stable?
Yeah.
Wow.
15%. And the people who finished 1, 2 in the tipping comp both had it. So
shit.
Yeah, but really well backed across the comp, which I found really surprising.
There you go. Well done to you out there. If I'm being honest with you, didn't watch the race.
Well, I think so. 30% of drifters had Stolly Bolly. I think there was two methods of thinking. It's Stolly Bolly's been running well, due for a win. Let's go. But then a lot of other people probably saw it as like $3 favourite for that. Oh, I'm going to look elsewhere. Yeah. And then they've tried to find something at value, and Grand Larceny was the one.
Yeah. And then there was 2 races in Sydney that we'll talk about. I thought Arctic Glamour was back. Maybe it was in the autumn that I was saying that, but she was a good winner of the whatever that race was yesterday.
The Hot Danish.
Yeah. thought she was a good winner of that. I think she's always had talent, but I think that's only her third or fourth career win.
Yeah, it is. No one had her in the... two people had her in the tipping comp. Congrats. She was one of those horses that if you've backed her every start and you finally get her here, it's like, sweet. Yeah. If you got out of the casino yesterday, you're the greatest punter of all time.
Yeah. Well done.
Well done.
Yeah.
Mr. Mbini was popular, and so was Mirabelle Rose. Mr. Mbini for me, I'm not sure about her. Mirabelle Rose is a good horse. So I just think, earlier on in the prep, she was better.
Yeah. So maybe might need some more data about her, but I'm thinking that early in a prep is better for her, and potentially Melbourne is better for her.
Yeah. Pride of Jenny.
Yeah, potentially. And then Tranny going down in the 5 Diamonds. Transatlantic. That sucked.
That hurt.
I thought he was home.
I thought he was home. Yeah. Tommy Berry gave him a peach.
Mate, we have been not haters of Tommy Berry. We've been critical of his
Never
rides.
hated him.
No way.
Never hated him.
It's just, we've called it how we've seen it.
Yeah.
He's been low on form in previous years. Nearly, I'd say, Zara out, probably informed jockey in Australia.
Yeah.
Is that a fair call?
Yeah, it is.
Him or Jamie?
He's in better form than Jamie. Jamie's had a great week, but he's had a great spring. Him and Mark Zara. He's had a better spring than J-Mac, for sure.
Yeah.
J-Mac's J-Mac. No, it was a super ride. Mate, he was the toppy. Do you know what's good about that result? Him, even though he's lost, he's carried weight in a pretty good race, and he's nearly got the job done, coming from a wide gate. Tells me, weight for H horse, on pacer, tick. That's great. That's phenomenal. That's what we need.
Yeah.
I think I could see him winning one of our weaker Group 1s. I don't know, like an Australia Cup or an All-Star Mile or something like that. Like, Tony wants to stretch him out to 2,000 metres. I say have a crack. I think he can run it. Son of Schnitzel. Sometimes they do.
Mate, get him to Flemington. It can be leaderish there sometimes.
Yeah. He's almost like a poor man's alligator blood, transatlantic.
It's a good take. Queenslander.
Yeah.
Defected down south.
Yeah, good. Good. Who's the most popular in the tipping comp? Followed by Militarize. I understood the Militarize go because he was coming out of the Lindemann form and he was running well enough there, and people maybe thought he was due. And to be fair, he nearly got the job done, but I couldn't have backed that horse at $4.80 or whatever he was, where you could get $3.70 or $3.80 with Transatlantic.
Mate, I was watching the Yard. Now I'll double check my notes here. I was watching the Yard with Ronnie, and he was like, "Yeah, I've got Militarize on top." But geez, he's rated as, I think the market is betting him here as if he's running on a wet track, because this is ridiculous. It's like $4 he started.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. $4. Wow, I thought it was a bit longer than that. He's going to win a race somewhere. I don't know what it is, but it probably needs to have a wet deck. He just hasn't really properly come back. Militarize. And he was a good 2-year-old, you got to remember. And he won a Golden Rose, yeah, but that's an early 3-year-old race. And I think all the other 3-year-olds catch up by the end of the spring, most of the time.
Mate, happened to Broadsiding.
Broadsiding, good example. But yeah, Vivier, only 5 drifters were on Vivier.
And she started 550.
She looked phenomenal in the Yard.
She looked great. And maybe she's a mare who's 5-year-old mare. She's finally getting more consistent, as we've highlighted on this podcast previously. Couldn't possibly.
No.
I'd much rather take Transatlantic over her, despite the sticky barrier and what have you.
Big weight swing as well. And she was on the quick backup from Tuesday where she ran well. Yeah. So, to be honest, I actually get it. But I thought once Transatlantic got out to nearly $4, I was like, that's a bet.
Yeah. Like, he was
that far away.
He was like 280, I think, on Thursday.
Yeah, something like that.
And he was the one I just kept coming back to. But then when he got out to 350, nearly $4, I'm like, oh, come on. Like, that's
a silly price.
That's a clear bet now.
Plus, Reece Jones on the rail would have ran 20 metres less than him. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those. It's just one of those ones.
It is. but the pot was poorer for it.
Yeah, it was.
So,
Yeah.
not our best day. I think we had one each way bet, just break even. for the
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
so,
I think the writing was on the wall in Flemington pretty early, but it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Ugh.
Yep, agreed. But yeah, I think if I'm thinking of highlights of the Spring Carnival, I honestly can't get away from 10 Tyrus.
So good. It just felt good.
That was the best.
Backing a Cornwall when it feels good.
Yeah.
It's just, because 3-year-olds are probably my favourite age group because there's so many features for them. And for me, it's the number one race for 3-year-olds, the Cornwall. So to win it feels good.
Yeah.
That was, to be fair, Derby Day was the highlight for me just in general. It was such a good day. Just being at the track, seeing so many good horses, having a good win. That felt phenomenal. Caulfield Cup with Half Yours was fantastic. That was a real highlight for me.
Disappointments? I'd say Arcora in second in the Victoria Derby for me. That would have been an all-time tip.
Yeah, it would have been.
Sticking fat.
Yeah.
Trusting my judgment.
Yeah, that would have been all time. That was a tough beat.
Yeah.
To be honest, I thought the Cox Plate was a bit of a fizzer for mine personally, and that's just me speaking out of my pocket, based on the day, more than anything else. So for me, it was a bit of a fizzer. Also, Treasure of the Moment was a disappointment for me because of the derailed prep. Her first up run in the Memsey, wow. And I just thought she was just going to be the one to put together a picket fence and really stamp herself as a superstar. I still believe she is, but I just think the setback and I think the races she found herself in just had too much against her. So I'm completely forgiving her spring. I think she'll come back as a stronger 4-year-old and put away some nice races. Yeah. I just hope that she's still with Matt Laurie come the autumn.
Yeah. Yeah, true. If we're talking of the next kids on the block, right? Top of the list would probably have to be Autumn Glow, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mini Winks.
Yeah, she's remarkably consistent for such a lightly raced horse, and remarkably consistent in her racing style. Wet, soft ground, good ground, wide gate. She can be prominent. She's got everything she needs to be an absolute superstar. Can't wait to find out if she runs 2,000 metres because the Cox Plate beckons. She's no Winks, but she can easily be one to dominate weight for age for 2 or 3 years. Seeples, I think he's a phenomenal horse. Running second to Autumn Glow in that race. Won a Rupert Clark. Complete for giving the Toorak. Brain him in a benchmark 100. That was a highlight. He's clearly a Group 1 horse. He's clearly a Group 1 horse. I just don't know if he's a miler.
No, mate. No, he's not. No.
He's definitely a 1,400 metre horse, but I'm just wondering whether does he go for like an all-aged in the autumn? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So is he then a sprinter?
He's a Stradbroke handicap horse.
Potentially a Stradbroke horse, yeah. I think he's a phenomenal horse because he's got the same sort of attributes as Autumn Glow.
I reckon
heavy, dry. Yeah. He can be prominent. He can take a sit.
Yeah. I reckon a Queensland prep is in his, I reckon a Kingsford Smith would be perfect for him.
Oh, yeah.
1,300 metres at Doomben.
Yep. They've also got a Canterbury Stakes in the autumn. So, yeah, fascinating. Gig Kicks back.
Yep. Angel Capital. His prep's not even done.
No.
He'll be going to the
CF4.
The Ord next week. He'll be a short favourite there, but alas, the podcast is done for this season. So,
yeah.
Other disappointments, maybe maybe a bit harsh, but like a Lady Shenandoah.
Yeah, no, she was, mate. She was. She was. I think it's a classic case of Chris trying to make a sprinter out of a middle distance horse. I don't think she's a 2,000 metre horse, but yeah, I think she needs further. I think she's a 1,400 metre horse to a miler.
One of the biggest disappointments actually would be Sir Delius's injury.
Oh, yeah.
Because I reckon he goes through, wins the Cox Plate, and then what's he doing?
Jeez, he goes awfully close in the Melbourne Cup.
Who knows?
He goes awfully close. I think he wins that Cox Plate, though. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he skips away from him on the turn and puts a couple of lengths on Via and Buckaroo.
Mate, he's on pace, 0 speed.
Yeah.
Like, yum.
Yeah.
Yum. Catch me if you can.
Yeah, that was a supreme disappointment, actually, now that I think about it. So I definitely would have had him. He would have started, what, $2.50?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, what? So...
Mate, no horse in the Cox Plate won their prior race.
Yeah, true.
He would have started short.
Via $3, him $2.50, Antino 5s.
Yeah, something like that.
About that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably about right. Yeah, wouldn't be betting on Antino there.
Attica, he's going to be in for a good autumn, I think.
Yeah,
so lightly raced.
Who would you prefer out of Attica and Observer?
Good question. Observer at this stage, like who's Attica beaten? Who's Observer beaten? To be fair,
Mate, that Derby. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that horse is a 2,500 metre horse. Like, Arcora showed nothing in the lead up to that.
True. But Observer puts himself up on pace.
I think Attica's done that as well, though.
Has he? Okay, well, maybe they're the new twins.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hey, mate, strictly business. Like, I know I'm, like, really feeling myself with that horse because, rightly so, $12. But she was a maiden... And then 13 days later, she won the Group 1 Oaks. Like, that takes some serious talent.
Yeah.
Daughter of Grunt. He was one of mine. Go on, Grunt.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, probably need to see her do it over the autumn. But, yeah, I think she's a nice filly.
Yeah. She's a nice filly.
Didn't even talk about Carying rising.
Yeah. The Everest. Really, in hindsight, it was just stupid not to just completely truckload him. In hindsight, but tempted.
Yeah,
she's a smart little filly.
Yeah, Jimmy.
His best win was his last win. I think that's the best win of his career.
I think he's like Tentaris is knocking on the door. He's on his heels.
Yeah,
but I think Jimmy's the best sprinter.
His last 2 runs were so important because Ethan Brown now knows if he draws a gate, I'm going to be in the first third.
Yeah.
And he can still finish off as well as he does.
Yeah. Yeah. Scary.
Scary. Speaking of.
Disappointing.
Yeah. He was disappointing. He was a disappointment.
I reckon we'll see him in like a zipping classic. 2,400 metres worth of rage at Sandown.
They need to get him to the Brisbane Cup.
Yeah,
I would love to see him in the flesh. Scary.
And then... Yeah, King Charles, Cheerwolf was great. It's probably all of them, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably Jenny's win in the...
Empire Rise was phenomenal.
That was great.
Phenomenal.
Albeit she was on an island by herself.
Yeah.
But tipping comp winner.
Yes, tipping comp winner. So if the great man BP won last week, it was only right that his right-hand man and partner in crime, Big Red Mikey Whelan, wins the tipping comp this week. And if you listen to the podcast after Derby Day, you know this man is on one of the greatest tears of all time. And if you looked at his results yesterday, you would think, oh, geez, he's just taken them to the cleaners again. So your boy, after he's put together the results... So I did Sydney first, and he was miles ahead. I was like, don't tell me he's going to win. And then he had Green Larceny in the last. So that's just signed, sealed, deliver it, beating Mackenzie Jones. Lol. So I texted him and said, mate, please tell me you had another almighty fill-up. And he said, mate, the funny thing is, I was so busy yesterday, I barely punted.
Oh, no.
He would have had an absolute fill-up because I know what he's like too. Once he gets going, he goes hard.
Yeah, right.
Grand Larceny at 10s in the last at Flemington. So well done, Big Red. He's actually already spoken to me about what he wants for a voucher, so I'll need to chat to you after this. But thanks to everyone who participated in the tipping comp. We had really good numbers. It was really good data as well, more than anything else. It was fascinating to see that a lot of the tipping comp entries and the percentages tended to match the percentages in the market on the day. So thanks again for participating. I'm thinking we'd probably do something similar in the autumn. Maybe just a quick sort of 3 or 4 week spurt, depending on how we go. Maybe for the championships, maybe we do Golden Slipper Day. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. But yeah, thanks. Thank you for those who participated in our Neds hosted pots. A few of them went our way, or 2 of them went our way. The rest didn't. But you win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, visit the website or contact the hotline.
Thanks to I'd say 98% of participants in the pot. It's probably a couple who didn't want us to host it, and let us know that that they didn't want us to host it. Thanks for the feedback. We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
But look, it was a lot of fun, so we're really appreciative of that. And hey, thanks to the good people at Neds.
Of course. Our partners in crime, you might say. So, but yeah, thanks for another year. Been a year unlike any other. Been here, been away from here, been online, come back here. Who knows where we'll be next year?
Who knows? Yeah. The world is our oyster.
It is. All right. Hooroo.
Long live the punt.
See you later.
See ya.